sailing down the northern end of the narrow part of the Great Sandy Straits. Changeable weather, as you can see by my oilskins, and I just departed the beautiful, tranquil White Cliffs anchorage, where I spent a few days sorting out Skybird and exploring that corner of Fraser Island. But my next port of call would be River Heads to pick up my friend Dave, who was coming aboard for a couple of days. Dave and I grew up in the far north of Scotland, working on boats together and separately, and Dave, like myself, had migrated out to Australia in his capacity as a commercial boat captain. So he knew the waters very well around Fraser Island, where he's worked as a commercial skipper, and I was going to pick him up, and on the chart I knew that this River Heads estuary looked a bit dodgy. I could tell, and by the contours and the currents, that it was a dodgy place to anchor. So anyway, I had to go there because the following day I was going to pick my friend up from there's a little pontoon there at Riverheads in the estuary. As you can see by this by the map here, I motor sailed north up the narrow part of the Great Sandy Strait until it widened, and up here, surprisingly, there's quite a lot of tide even in the open sea part, and the outgoing flow from the Mary River was also very challenging, with the little Mercury 8.8 horsepower outboard had a bit of a challenge getting in here. But this was I think mid-July time, and the weather's generally pretty good. This, as I say, is the approach to two rivers. It's the Mary River, which goes up to Maryborough, and it's infamous as a river that floods the town. It's a big river, and off it is a smaller river called the Susan River, and at the mouth of it there's an estuary and an anchorage of some sort, which we will find out how bad it was. Riverheads is a popular place, and it's a place my wife Carol and I have been before, because it's where you get the Ro-Ro ferry to Fraser Island to Kingfisher Resort, and we've done a four-wheel drive trip over here before. Obviously very popular with people, but for me it was getting into this estuary through the tidal barrier and then anchored here, as you can see. Little did I know what lay ahead, because it was stormy, but the stormy weather was one aspect of the challenge. The main aspect was the anchorage having bad holding and an incredibly strong current. So I hunkered down for a night in Skybird, dodging the oncoming storm, and it was pretty wild. But it got even worse on Skybird, because the current was so strong from the mouth of the Susan River, combined with my road was definitely needed to be upgraded, the anchor. So we dragged 3 times during the night, and it was really scary. I had to use the LED torch to see where we were drifting, and we finally came to rest at the edge of the estuary. So it was a tumultuous visit, but we survived it.